Part 11. Becoming the Richest by Farming. Author, Gu Mushuang. Chapter 101. It's one thing to be angry on your own, but it's another thing now that your sister knows about it. She waved her hand and said, "You don't understand. This is not as simple as losing the endorsement." She couldn't let Yingwan know that she was involved. "I really don't understand." She didn't pay attention to things in the entertainment industry at all, so she couldn't say she understood anything. She just said, "Is this endorsement very important to you?" "It's not a question of whether it's important or not." Lin Mei bit her lip, feeling a little aggrieved in her heart. She still couldn't help but said, "I have invested a lot of resources for this endorsement. At least it is a sure thing. Otherwise, I would not do this. I didn't expect that the other party would go back on their word at this juncture. A large group like them should pay most attention to reputation, but, what can I say? She is just a star, and there is nothing she can do to him. In a shopping mall, this is a basic credibility issue. Now that the other party has found an excuse not to act according to common sense, the most they can do is verbally condemn her. Lin Mei has no ability to confront the other party directly. Now that there is no live broadcast, Lin Mei feels relaxed and doesn't have so many worries about talking late at night. Because Yingwan doesn't understand anything about the entertainment industry. For an outsider, there is no need to hide it so much. Lin Mei whispered again, "But you can't tell these things casually. If I tell you, don't tell anyone else." Yingwan chuckled, "Who do you think I can tell?" Lin Mei's face turned red. "It's not that you can tell anyone. This is an unwritten rule in the circle. Some things cannot be told." Hey. She lowered her head, wrung her fingertips, and sighed, "Let me tell you the truth, I have no expectations for the Lin family anymore. It doesn't matter if you don't go back to the Lin family. What I want is to work hard in the entertainment industry for a few more years and then immigrate. I'm abroad and I don't want to tangle with the Lin family again." After being together for so long, she had some understanding of Yingwan's temperament, and she was willing to trust Yingwan, so she told Yingwan these things. Going abroad? Yingwan just raised his eyebrows slightly. Going abroad is not necessarily better than being at home. Lin Mei just asked her, "Have you ever been abroad?" She asked seriously, not with any other flavor. She didn't know much about Yingben. Yingwan nodded, "I did. Basically, I spent most of my time abroad. There are indeed advantages to going abroad, and there are many things that China could not keep up with before. This was the reason why the country was willing to send her out in the first place. In fact, everyone was afraid that she would stay abroad and not come back, but fortunately, she not only came back, but also made an indelible contribution to China's current technological development, and even caused the rapid development of global information technology." Lin Mei opened her eyes wide. "You have been abroad, so why are you still willing to stay here? What do you do?" Yingwan paused, "Because I was too tired in the past, so I want to rest now. It's not a question of whether I want to or not. Aren't geniuses tired? Of course geniuses also get tired. She is just tired and fulfilled. Now that things have relaxed, giving her a holiday may not be against the country's will. She has done enough, so she must have a good rest." Lin Mei misunderstood the meaning and couldn't help but murmured, "I must have been studying hard before. It's just because of studying hard and being thrifty in running the house that I'm so tired." Becoming the Richest by Farming. Author, Gu Mushuang. Chapter 102. Yingwan. There are some things that cannot be said casually, such as research matters. And there were some things that she didn't need to talk to Lin Mei about now. Lin Mei felt that she was very familiar with Yingwan now, but Yingwan's temperament was originally aloof. It was impossible for her to tell someone what she did when she met them. And in her eyes, those things were trivial and nothing worth mentioning. There is always a gap between the brains of geniuses and ordinary people. That's okay if you say so. She did study and do research abroad before, so it wasn't too far off. She changed the topic back and simply asked, "Do you want to leave the Lin family?" Lin Mei smiled bitterly, "You are not willing to go back, let alone me. I didn't think about it before, but now the more I think about it, the less worth it is. What she owes to the Lin family is nothing more than the life given by Yu Wenzi. She has probably paid back most of what the Lin family gave her in the past few years. The Lin family treated her well, but when she was born, the family's conditions had just improved, and their treatment of her was far less luxurious than that of Lin Baoxi and Lin Baojun now. Lin Mei said that she lacked everything, but lacked a lot. She could figure it out if she was the only one in the family, but the comparison between Lin Baojun and Lin Baoxi would happen. There are always people who say that her life is good enough, but if she has a choice, how do you know that she doesn't want to go to that kind of ordinary family? As long as you can have the love of your parents, that's better than anything else. Thinking of this, Lin Mei couldn't help but ask Yang Wan, "At first I wanted you to go back, but when you didn't want to go back, what were you thinking?" "I was really doing it for your own good at that time. Although at home, there are younger brothers and sisters here, but I can't treat you badly. You can see a lot of things when you enter the Lin family." Yang Wan just curled her lips, "There's no need. I know better than anyone why Yu Wenzi and Lin Jiarui abandoned me. Because of the thoughts brought about by favoring boys over girls, the corresponding losses must be borne by oneself." Yang Wan treats people and things very clearly and coldly. Hearing that she was referring to the Lin family's names, Lin Mei's face was a little complicated. "How, do you know? Then why did you agree to me to record this show half a month ago?" Yang Wan glanced at her, "Maybe you are too pitiful." Lin Mei: "No, why is my sister so worried? She is a big star who makes a lot of money every day. How pitiful she is, how pitiful she is." However, Yang Wan really didn't know how to refute Yang Wan's words. She lowered her eyes silently, really looking a little aggrieved. Yang Wan said, "If you lose the endorsement, just throw it away. An endorsement is not a big problem and your reputation is not low. Don't you have others?" Lin Mei smiled bitterly and said, "You don't understand this circle, and you don't know how difficult it is to get these high-end luxury endorsements, let alone the top luxury ones. If there is a vacancy in every resource, everyone in the circle is trying to get it. No few people will attack each other for this. The so-called press releases and celebrity scandals you see on the internet are basically either self-promotion or released by opponents. But you are right, just throw it away. No matter how much I think about it, it still doesn't help. What I'm afraid of is that this incident will cause a chain reaction. If one brand reacts like this, what about the rest of the brands? She still has 2 endorsements that are about to expire, and if nothing else, they will renew them." But now that something like this happened, she was a little unsure. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Becoming the Richest by Farming. Author, Gu Mushuang. Chapter 103. Yang Wan pondered deeply in her heart. It seems that endorsement is indeed very important to Lin Mei. She is not a cold-blooded person, but she is not easy to get close to others. Now that she has been with Lin Mei for a few days, she can't say that she is very good, but she has a good impression of Lin Mei. Besides, they are sisters who are tied by blood. Seeing Lin Mei's dejected look, Yang Wan advised, "Rest early, don't think too much, there will always be a way out when the car reaches the mountain. You are still popular, and other things are not a problem." Lin Mei paused, then pulled up the corners of her mouth and smiled, "I don't know why, you talk to me, I am much happier. In fact, it doesn't matter if the endorsement is gone, it's good for you to talk to me." Yingwan also paused, really? Lin Mei looked at Yingwan, a bitter smile bloomed on her face and said, I speak directly. The first time I saw you, I felt that you were so cold, especially cold. I don't know how to chat with you, how to understand you. Although I am your sister, I feel that I am more naive in front of you. Because of family matters, I feel that the Lin family has let you down, and I don't know how to compensate you. Now I still let you come to persuade me, but I am very happy in my heart, really. The smile on her lips was bright, but also contained a hint of bitterness. Yingwan looked at her with his clear and bright pupils, and said after a while, go and rest. Lin Mei nodded, you should rest early too. That being said, she had experienced what happened today, and now she was stepped on by Ye. It would be a miracle if she could sleep. Yingwan was in her room, thinking for a while, and called Bai Ya. Bai Ya was still working, and his face was a little strange when he saw the call. Oh my God, is this a miracle? Zhou Baopi actually called to express his condolences to the labor force. Yingwan didn't mind his jokes, and didn't talk nonsense with him, just thinking, does our group have any business that lacks spokespersons recently? Bai Ya narrowed his eyes. Wow, this is an incredible signal. Bai Ya spent all day working and watching Boss live, how could he not know what happened? Before, Boss said that he didn't care about the Lin family, but why did he start to care about his sister now? He chuckled and coughed, oh, my God, you actually took the initiative to ask about the group's affairs. Let me see what good day it is today. Yingwan, don't make fun of me. Hearing her voice become cold, Bai Ya hummed and said honestly, our group has a lot of businesses, but most of them are technology products. Now all the suitable ones have spokespersons. We can't terminate the contract in advance if they are doing well. If you want to consider your sister's matter, you might as well start with the partners. Who is unwilling to sell your face? We don't cooperate with luxury brands, but you are a big customer, so this is easy to negotiate. Not to the point. Yingwan pondered for a while, and did not hide his intentions. Do you have any recommendations that are suitable? Bai Ya understood Yingwan's meaning and immediately said, don't worry, I will take care of this matter and give you a reply tomorrow morning. Yingwan, okay, you can rest early, good night. Bai Ya, can I rest early? You don't have any idea in your mind, right? He hung up the phone, his face was still angry. This is the landlord. Becoming the Richest by Farming. Author, Gu Mushuang. Chapter 104. When Yingwan woke up in the morning, Bai Ya had already asked people to sort out the spokespersons needed for the latest products in the industry. It is no exaggeration to say that it was simply placed in front of Yingwan for her to choose for Lin Mei. Luxury brands also need to pay attention to cooperation, and image spokespersons also need to pay attention to a brand. Lin Mei is popular now, and she has some representative works, which is worthy of the title of a young actress. However, the resources in the fashion circle are not extremely good, and the Lin family has not contributed much behind the scenes. For top luxury brands, Lin Mei is not the first choice at all. When a brand chooses a spokesperson, the first thing to consider is the image of the spokesperson, and it must also be responsible to the customers. There are only a few top luxury brands, and the intersection is not deep. Wanteng Group has only a business relationship with the other party, and there is not much cooperation relationship for the time being. It is not worth it to sell favors. Bai Ya picked a few suitable high-end luxury brands, and also got Lin Mei a big production heroine. If this news were to be leaked, Ye and I would be furious on the spot. Although the other party does not know who Wanteng Group wants to put in, it can put in anyone. This is Wanteng. Bai Ya also investigated Lin Mei, who was also living a hard life. Although the boss looked down on the Lin family, she was an exception. Now she was about to rise to the top by clinging to the boss, but the stupid Lin Mei still knew nothing. When she woke up in the morning, she slept late last night, but after using Yingwan's eye cream, her eyes were not affected at all. She couldn't help but doubt the efficacy of the things Yingwan used, and asked her where she got the product early in the morning and whether there were any extra ones to sell. Yingwan, if you need it, you have to wait for a while. All the products she used were specially made, and they had to measure body data and skin data. They were all skincare products formulated according to the different physiques of each person. If Lin Mei wanted to use them, she would naturally have to measure these data. Lin Mei didn't know for the time being. She just thought Yingwan said that it would take some time to make the eye cream, so of course she agreed with a smile. But when Yingwan was making breakfast, she took the time to ask her, "Do you like acting?" Lin Mei paused, then said, "Yes, of course I do." Her acting skills are not the best, but she still looks a bit smart. Compared with the terrible situation of newcomers in the circle nowadays, she is considered good. Look at Yan'ai next door. She can't do anything except staring at her eyes every time she acts. No wonder she is said to be a shame of forced promotion. Yingwan, okay. When she said this, Lin Mei thought she was just asking casually. It's normal to care about her sister's hobbies, not to mention that her sister is a star. As a result, not long after, Su Xiao received a call. "Hello, is this Lin Mei's agent Su Xiao?" Su Xiao said, "Yes, hello, what can I do for you?" The other party was a gentle and sweet female voice. "Hello, I am the producer of The World. We would like to invite Miss Lin Mei to play our leading female role Yan Lang. I wonder if Miss Lin Mei has time available." The World. Su Xiao was about to ask subconsciously, but suddenly she was stunned as if she had received an electric shock, and her voice rose 8 degrees, "The World? Is she hallucinating? Isn't this the blockbuster with the strongest production lineup in China recently? How did they find Lin Mei? With Lin Mei's qualifications, it would be difficult for her to play a supporting role in the drama." Su Xiao has been thinking about whether to fight for a role recently, and also wants to find connections. How come the leading role suddenly came to her? It's a new week, can I ask for votes? If you get into the top 10 recommended votes, you will get one more update, and if you get into the top 5, you will get 2 more updates. You will get more at the end of each week. Please vote. Becoming the Richest by Farming. Author, Gu Mushuang. Chapter 105. Su Xiao had 5 or 6 ideas in an instant. He almost thought the other party was a liar. It was not until the other party sent a WeChat message and added WeChat to discuss in detail that the other party also had the record of the play and other information that Su Xiao confirmed that it was not an illusion. The leading actress. It was not just an audition, but directly asked Lin Mei if she had any time. Su Xiao was definitely not stupid and agreed immediately. Even if there was no time, she had to make time. The World is a big production that has been in the spotlight in China. The main reason is that the director is a former national director who once created the strongest box office record in China in the last century. Now he has not made a film for more than 10 years. He came out again to cooperate with the well-known screenwriter in this The World. The investor is the Wanteng Group, which is now in the limelight all over the world. Wanteng Group does not mainly engage in entertainment business. This is also the first investment. The key is that they have a characteristic very rich. They didn't hesitate to invite the director, screenwriter and special effects team. The list of actors has not been released yet. All the parties involved in the cooperation are world-famous companies, and none of them are left out, which is enough to show Wanteng's ambition to enter the film and television industry. It is said that this film has been filed, and the list of actors will be screened within a few months. Su Xiao wanted to get a role for Lin Mei, but now the pie is directly hit on her head, and Su Xiao is directly dizzy. She dared to agree because she had the confidence. Lin May's acting skills are not bad, but in the current impetuous society, we pursue fast progress, and many things are rushed out. Actors don't have time to polish their acting skills. But this production is different. Lin May was thrown into such a team, and she couldn't help but work hard. When she agreed, she got the other party's promise to sign the contract after Lin May's live broadcast this week. She even added the WeChat of the director and producer, and her hands were shaking with excitement. She couldn't hide her excitement at all. Even the female director looked over curiously. What good news did this happen to her? This must be a good thing. Su Xiao, the agent, doesn't show his emotions. Yesterday, Lin May was very angry when Ye temporarily intercepted her. Su Xiao didn't look very happy either. But he was so excited this morning. How great a good thing is this? Could it be that the Yana brand regretted giving the global spokesperson to Lin May directly? Su Xiao waved his hands quickly. I can't tell you for now. It's really great news. I have to tell May quickly. The female directors were even more curious. Yesterday, she lost the endorsement, but today she is so happy. What great news is this? Everyone felt like an ant scratching an itch in their hearts, and they were a little restless. Now the live broadcast has started in the morning. Su Xiao talked with the other party for a long time when discussing things, mainly to determine the itinerary and shooting schedule. At this moment, when he went to find Lin May, his excited heart was pounding. The remuneration given by the other party was not lower than Lin May's usual value, but for such a film, it was an honor to lower one's own value, and the other party was willing to pay the same. What kind of good luck was this? When thinking of this, Su Xiao suddenly realized something. There is no such thing as good luck without reason. Could it be that Lin May did something? But she was a fool who had been live streaming. What could she do? When she saw Lin May, she had received the message and had taken off the headset. The camera was also aimed at Yingwan, who was reading a comic book next to her. Lin May looked at Su Xiao with some confusion. Sister Xiao, what's wrong? You are listening to novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Becoming the Richest by Farming. Author, Gu Mushuang. Chapter 106. Su Xiao held her arm and couldn't hide his excitement in a low voice. You have lost the sesame seeds and picked up the watermelons. Do you know which film is coming to see me? Lin May was a little confused. Which one? To be able to make Su Xiao so excited, it seems that it is not a simple movie. Lin May asked tentatively, is it the idol drama I have always thought about? A hit idol drama with huge popularity. If she gets the female lead, she will definitely have another traffic point. Su smiled and said, no. It's better than that. Don't you know the movie Worldly People? Your favorite director Mao Shifeng. Lin May took a breath and almost screamed, oh my god, Mao Shifeng, my idol, it's his movie People of the World. Have you got me a supporting actress through connections? Keep your voice down, keep your voice down. Su Xiao was still afraid that her excited voice would be too loud for Yingwan's headset to pick up, and then it would be exposed, which would be a disaster. She couldn't help but laugh and said, you are not a supporting role. They directly found you and asked you to play the leading female role. Lin May was stunned. She seemed to have heard an auditory hallucination. The female lead. Su Xiao, yes, she is the female lead. Lin May laughed immediately, as if Su Xiao was teasing her. Are you kidding? I am not qualified to play the leading female role. This is not to belittle oneself. She is not a movie star. I heard that several famous international actresses are ambitiously looking forward to this movie. It is a blessing to have soy sauce for such a big movie. The female lead is even more worried about it. Do not think. She paused and then said, I know I lost my endorsement yesterday and I was in a bad mood. You don't have to use these things to make me happy. Su Xiao said directly, are you crazy or am I crazy? If I hadn't received the message, would I dare to make such a joke with you? I know you won't believe it, but I have also read all the information, and the other party has sent the script in advance. Give it to me and ask you to sign the contract after this week's live broadcast. I would like to ask, which relationship line did you open up in private? How did you find such good luck? Lin Mei was shocked. Are you serious? Su Xiao, it's more real than pearls. If you don't believe it, I'll show you the other party's information later. Lin Mei was shocked. Did the Lin family give it to me? Su Xiao sneered, are you crazy? If your parents have such ability, how can you still do this? The biggest investor in worldly people is Wan Teng. Although the person who came was not from Wan Teng's side, the other party's words had already revealed that it was Lin Mei who was Wan Teng's favorite. Lin Mei quickly realized that it was definitely not something that the Lin family could do, but unlike Su Xiao, she was shocked and couldn't believe it. How could it be? How could it be my turn? Are you sure you are not the #1 female lead? Instead of auditioning for the role, let me play it directly. Of course. If I wasn't sure, I could still come here and make this kind of joke to you. Su Xiao said in a very excited tone, our family Mei has come to the fore. If you want to live up to your expectations, you must not mess up this film. When you get back, recite the script and practice your lines for me. You must not be embarrassed. Lin Mei was still shocked by her good luck, but, how could you give it to me? Su Xiao, I'm not sure. I haven't taken any action yet. I'd like to ask if you are connected with anyone. Lin Mei shook her head, impossible, I don't have it. Becoming the Richest by Farming. Author, Gu Mushuang. Chapter 107. If she had this ability, would she still lose her endorsement? But calculated this way, a super-produced big movie is indeed better than a partial endorsement. Su Xiao didn't want to think about the bad side of things. For so many years, Lin Mei had been talking about whether it was good or bad in the circle. The Lin family had not helped her much. However, Lin Mei had also rejected many unreasonable offers by relying on her connections with the Lin family. Not to mention having great resources, she relies on her popularity to get ahead, but relationships have always been her weakness. If it weren't for her popularity, many good resources would not be available to her. This resource is really huge, and the brokerage company alone is not capable of acquiring it. Whoever becomes the heroine will be Wan Teng. Wan Teng calls the shots? Su Xiao blinked. She was very sure that Lin Mei didn't know anyone from the Wan Teng group. Even if there is some secret clue, her manager is with her every day, how can she still not know it? Su Xiao asked again, do you know anyone from Wan Teng group? Or is it at the executive level? Lin Mei, if I want to know this show, I won't even record it. Su Xiao. That's true. Unexpectedly, Su Xiao suddenly thought of the rich man who gave Lin Mei a reward of 30 million on the first day of the show. She searched many connections to find out the other party's identity, but she didn't get any information. Su Xiao now feels like there are a few balls of twine in his head, which are a mess, but there is a hidden pattern. She saw that Lin Mei was almost losing her mind after being shocked by the good news, and quickly pushed her back to continue recording the show. You and Yingwan can't stay out of the camera all the time while chatting. If you are really bored, go to the live broadcast room to interact with the audience. You can't stay silent all this time, and you must keep this news secret. If those actresses who are eyeing this drama know that you have picked up the heroine, they will probably tear you to pieces. Of course, Lin Mei knew what was right and nodded quickly. Su Xiao was nearby, and unexpectedly saw Yingwan immersed in the world of comic books. As if sensing Su Xiao's gaze, Yingwan slowly raised her head and glanced at Su Xiao lightly with her cold eyes. Su Xiao felt a little cold. She trembled and suddenly remembered the courier she saw yesterday. he is definitely not a courier. The identity of that man is not simple, Su Xiao knows it very well. The other party was sending something to Yinghuan. There are also those people who are all disguised as couriers for no apparent reason. It's for Yinghuan. A flash of thunder suddenly flashed through Su Xiao's mind, and she couldn't help but bite her tongue. Could it be that on the first day of the show, the person who gave the reward was not directed at Lin Mei, but at Yinghuan? And it is very likely that he is the man who appeared. Lin Mei had no channel to get in touch with Wan Teng. She also knew very well that it would be impossible for such a big production to choose a useless actress with no connections, unless someone saw her. On the face of... What face does Lin Mei have to show to others? What if that person came for Yinghuan? Wearing a multi-million-dollar watch and exuding a noble and distant temperament, that man is incredible. Although Lin Mei's sister lives in the countryside, that was the preconceived notion of the program team and Su Xiao himself. Now, Su Xiao also felt that something was wrong. The mobile phone Yinghuan uses is a limited edition, and she said it was given by someone else. If someone gives it to her, it means that she may be pursued by someone or has a great friend. Becoming the Richest by Farming. Author, Gu Mushuang. Chapter 108. The offline lines are all connected. Su Xiao suddenly realized that the person who pursued Yinghuan gave Lin Mei resources for Yinghuan's sake. If it was that man, it wouldn't be surprising. Si Lu was like this, a line fell from the sky, tying him and Yinghuan together. Su Xiao's thoughts can't be blamed. Si Lu's appearance was too strange. It can be seen at a glance that he is extraordinary. There must be other ideas. Yinghuan is too quiet, and people really know too little. Now Su Xiao suddenly felt that Si Lu and Yinghuan had an extraordinary relationship, and Si Lu was probably related to Wan Teng Group. At this moment, Su Xiao felt that he knew something extraordinary, and was shocked and speechless. No matter what kind of relationship Yinghuan had with Si Lu, it seemed that she was not at a disadvantage. And the other party was so generous. Su Xiao immediately looked at Yinghuan with complicated eyes. Now Lin Mei had gone over to chat with her, and was still trying to figure out whether to let Yinghuan say hello in the live broadcast room. Yinghuan is indeed very beautiful, and her unique and clear temperament makes people unforgettable. Her own personality and appearance can easily attract excellent people to pursue her. Now many things are explained. However, she will understand later that her horizons have always limited her imagination. Hello babies, I'm sorry that I came up to say hello to you now, I love you. Lin Mei entered the live broadcast room and greeted everyone in a coquettish way. The barrage saw Lin Mei's arrival on the scene and exploded directly. At least they saw the real person, and the barrage was full of fans cheering. Ah, my Mei is so beautiful, my Mei I love you. My Mei is so beautiful. Look at my baby's face, Away is dead, Away is dead. Oh my Mei, I not only want to see you, I also want to see my sister, let my sister say hello to us, my sister is so cute. Lin Mei, you are fat, do you know that, you are fat, I have a little idea in my heart, you are a female star. Tell your sister not to make so many delicious foods for you, you don't deserve it, you need to lose weight. There are a few words that Lin Mei is in a good mood and pretends not to see. She reaches out and carefully pulls Yinghuan's sleeve. Yinghuan turns around and sees Lin Mei's live camera, and smiles faintly and says, hello. Hello sister, I am okay with you, sister, do you need a boyfriend? Sister, don't be too rigid about gender. If you have any problem with my husband, I can kill him now. Sister is too cute, sister speaks too coquettishly, sister speaks calmly and maturely, my Mei, you should learn from her. Ah, sister CP, I will support you first. Teacher, I love you too, teacher, please don't scold me directly in the paper next time, give me a way to live, please. Teacher, you have changed. You were not like this when you scolded us. I didn't expect you would have a day in business. Teacher, I am your sister's endorsement. Can I get a backdoor from you, smiley face. What the hell are there? A few comments called teacher in the barrage. There were a few inexplicable comments mixed in, but compared to the army of people licking the screen, these comments were almost covered to the point of being invisible and swiped so fast, so no one noticed. Even Lin Mei herself didn't see it. She was covered by the dense barrage and could hardly see her face. The number of online viewers also increased wildly. You are listening to Novels at Bless Up channel. Wish you happiness and luck. Please subscribe to receive new novels. How do you feel about this novel? Please like and leave a comment. Becoming the Richest by Farming. Author, Gu Mushuang. Chapter 109. After these few days of gossiping, this show has become more and more popular. Many people come here because of its reputation, and the number of people online is basically rising steadily. Lin Mei now has more than 3 million, close to 4 million, and many of them come through hot searches. The endorsement thing still aroused everyone's interest, and they started to argue about it. The number one brother is of course Zhang Shun. Being the top streamer is no joke. Now the number of live broadcasts has steadily exceeded 8 million. It is estimated that in a day or two, it will not be a problem to exceed 10 million. You know, this is real time, there are no fake online viewership numbers. There are so many in almost every time period, and there are still so many people who have to work and study, which proves that the program is indeed becoming more and more popular. Yingwan's deserted face made many barrages scream, "It's so awesome, she's like a contemporary beautiful girl." Lin Mei didn't force Yingwan to open the business. She chatted with the fans for a while, and she was in a good mood. When she saw someone who said she had gained weight, she pinched a little bit of flesh on her waist and muttered delicately, "Sister, cook it so delicious, it's really delicious, I can't control it." This is not a reason for you to be presumptuous. How delicious! I want to eat it too. Does my sister open a shop? If you open a store, I will definitely buy it. Are you planning to open a TV store? Definitely go and spend it. Nonsense, how can a god like the professor know how to cook? I'm new here, I want to ask her if she's always been like this. Impossible, then who did I see before? Hey, the world is declining, and teachers are forced to open their businesses. Lin Mei glanced at teacher, but the screen was scrolling too fast. She thought he was calling her. Fans always have weird nicknames. She ignored it and said with a smile, "It's almost time. I'll go help Wan, I'm busy, I'll come up and talk to you next time." The barrage erupted again. She exited the live broadcast and let out a breath, the fans are so enthusiastic. I can't see a single word in the barrage. I'm embarrassed to say. The barrage suddenly burst into ha 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 ha, are you stupid, we can hear what you are saying now. Yingwan saw some barrages and suddenly asked, what does it mean that Awei is dead? She only looked at Weibo, rarely read the comments, and didn't quite understand some of the meaning. I just think it's a bit bad to be killed. Lin Mei. She usually interacts with fans and browses Weibo, but she knows some of the meaning, it means that I like you very much. I like you so much that I am so cute. It is the abbreviation, and then it evolved into this meaning. It is the fans expressing their love for you if. Yingwan, oh. She raised her eyebrows and looked down at her comics again. The barrage popped up at the same time as Awei is dead, and they were so dense that they completely covered the screen. People can hardly see clearly. Lin Mei said, don't you usually go online a lot? Yingwan shrugged, I don't have much time. I read the news occasionally. In her free time, she would rather do more scientific research. Lin Mei shook her head and said, oh, I can't. I usually want to use my phone when I'm free. It's so fun. Yingwan nodded, not caring about this, and just said, "You should go to bed early at night. You have gone to bed late these 2 nights, right? It has been scientifically proven that staying up late is bad for your health. Poor sleep quality can easily lead to sudden death risks of." Lin Mei. Ha 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 ha. I died suddenly after staying up late, did you hear me? It was so scary that I decided to stay up all night. Becoming the Richest by Farming. Author, Gu Mushuang. Chapter 110. It was rare to see Yingwan so serious. Lin Mei nodded obediently. "I know, I'll go to bed early tonight." Even if she knew that she would play the leading role in the world, she would probably be too excited to sleep. Yingwan added casually, "After all, the way you set the alarm every day and get up to eat breakfast gives me a bad illusion. I always feel that Lin Mei is dying." Lin Mei. Her face turned red. "This is not. If you don't get up early, you won't have anything to eat." The barrage immediately understood what Yingwan meant and laughed crazily. "Ha ha ha ha, no wonder I didn't see him eating breakfast during the live broadcast every day, it seems that he eats very early. My sister is so capable and hard-working, getting up so early to make breakfast, what a bad sister, ha 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 ha. My sister still makes breakfast in the morning, it's amazing. Don't blame her, what's wrong with my sister cooking? My May helped her when she cooked, now she has to clean the dishes and sweep the floor. She used to be a novice, so it's good for her to do these things. Besides, my sister's cooking is so delicious, let my May cook, she will be addicted." The comments have different attitudes every day, which makes me a little confused. No one is discussing the endorsement. Didn't Lin Mei lose an endorsement and make Ni so proud? Lin Mei looks very happy today. Is there something good? It starts again. The YYGQ people are here again. Lin Mei blushed at what Yingwan said and tried to promise, "I will definitely get up earlier in the future." It's just that except when she is not working, Yingwan gets up at 5:30, which is indeed a bit embarrassing for her. "Yingwan, whatever you want. It's up to her whether to listen or not. She never forces others to do anything." She was carrying a bamboo basket on her back, and she looked like she was going out. When Lin Mei saw her, she immediately asked, "Where are you going?" "Yingwan, I'm going to pick something." Lin Mei said, "I'll go with you." "Yingwan, you stay at home. The road conditions in the mountains are not good. You will be a burden to me." Lin Mei. "Why are you so straightforward? My heart is broken." Yingwan just carried the bamboo basket and left. She was wearing a fresh orange patterned shirt, jeans, and a bun. She looked fresh and simple, and there was no trace of the earthiness of the mountains. She looked like she was taking a pictorial with a bamboo basket on her back. It was hard for ordinary people to believe that she really did farm work, but after a few days, they all believed it. Lin Mei watched Yingwan go away first. A photographer followed behind Yingwan, but just after leaving the village, a man in a black shirt was already standing at the intersection. When he saw Yingwan, the photographer behind him widened his eyes. The man waved to the side at him, and the photographer immediately moved away. Fortunately, the main camera was still on Lin Mei, so the audience didn't see it for the time being. Yingwan also saw Si Lu. She frowned slightly. Si Lu came over and looked at her with a smile. Yingwan took off the headset. "I've seen the things. We have to wait until next week to do the fusion reaction. The laboratory's technology is not here." Si Lu said casually, "No hurry." He came over and held her bamboo backpack. "Do you need help?" Photographer. "Are you sure this is not a photo shoot in the mountains, but farm work?"